You in the side little palace, like, come on, we gather round for the night. It's time to go strong. Old guy network trivia's on blast. We're the kings of knowledge, we're having a blast. So raise your glass and your toast. Old guy network, we're living the dream. With laughter and wisdom, we're part of the team. Trivia and tales, we're ready to score. Gather round is what we live for. From history to sports, we cover it all. With laughter and cheers, it's a trivia brawl. Each question a challenge sets the mood right. Let's turn up the heat, party all night. Old timers and fresh minds, come on, let's unite. Old Guy Network, we're living the dream.
Ever since TikTok went away, it's chaos, I'm telling you.
Trivia and tales, we're ready to score. Gather round is what we live for. From history to the night.
Oh my goodness.
Old Guy Network, the best is yet.
Alex, Carly.
The best is yet. Yeah.
Yes, I'm early because why not? I don't know what the hell happened. I wasn't supposed to be live. I'm telling you, once TikTok went down, the whole thing just went to hell. So yeah, we'll just chill here for a minute and see if anybody else shows up. You are now, I think you're actually a moderator now, Alex. I made you a moderator. There's a countdown saying I was going to be live. Oh, well, I got so confused. I haven't done live on TikTok like this in a very long time. I'm not on TikTok, but on YouTube. I'm old. I'm in my 60s, you know. So what the hell? We might as well do this. Says it's just you and me, pal. What time? Well, yeah, I've got another 11 minutes before anybody shows up. You can see your mod powers. Okay. All right. That's good. Holy crap, we've got likes here too. Oh man. Oh, I don't even have any questions done. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. We didn't get to go. Didn't get to do many questions last night, did we? First hour we did, but then when Lauren showed up, all hell broke loose. And it was awful. It was fun, but it was chaotic. Hi, Alicia. See, this is what happens when everybody uses TikTok handles on TikTok, and then I don't know who they are on YouTube. I'm not sure who this is, but oh, it's Lou. Lou. See, I that's why you're a moderator, Alex. Yeah, I got some trivia questions we can do. So we'll get into that. I got no sound effects here. My tablet doesn't work. It's awful. I am so unprepared for this. What the hell? Now everything is. Oh, okay. I did enjoy my birthday, Lou. Thank you. It was well. Alex was there for most of it. He was on my live. He was on Lauren's live. It was man. It was something. I still have cake in my beard. Lauren still has cake in her hair. And there's little cherry tomatoes all over my my home. It got a little out of hand for a while. Yeah, it was it was something. My whole day I've just been walking around going, what in the hell happened last night? Oh, I don't know. Frosting and tomatoes everywhere. It's everywhere. E- Even when Sam was here too with her boyfriend Derek, and Sam actually she started cleaning up. I had to get her to stop. She was helping. She's so friggin' wonderful. D- Darth, stop. I mean, Alex, Darth, whatever the hell your name is. You're just wow. I don't know. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. I'm early. We still got 7 more minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it was quite something. And then TikTok went away. Sandra, hi. How are you? I was kind of surprised when TikTok came back today. I wish they'd go live again though. I wish we could go live. But what the hell? I'm sure that'll come back eventually. Oh, nice. Well, good. I'm sure it went a lot smoother than my trivia last night. Nancy, I don't know if you saw any of that debacle last night, but this place will never be the same. We'll put it that way. Oh man. Oh God. Thank God I only have a birthday once a year. That's all I can say. Looked a little rough there at times, didn't it, Alex? Were you there? Yeah, it was. Were you there for the second hour or the first? Because the first went fairly smoothly, except when Dolores dropped a cake in my lap. Um, but that was relatively smooth compared to the second hour, which when Hurricane Lauren came in. Oh yeah, I only did 30 minutes in the second. I was supposed to do a whole second hour, but after 30 minutes, I just gave up. And TikTok was going on and off. It was freezing up, and we knew something was up. We knew it was going to go away. Oh, you saw all of that? Well, you should have seen some that we didn't get on video. Alex got to see more of Lauren than he had in the past, didn't you, Alex? You're welcome for that, by the way. I've got what have I got here tonight? I don't know. I've got some Friends trivia. Can't see some comments. It looks like a Lou. Yeah. Did I go back on? No. No, there was I couldn't. Ask ask Alex. He was on the live with with Lauren. Right up at Jesus, you must have been on there up until midnight, weren't you? Lauren's boyfriend came over and he was here until I think 1:30 because he got there late. As soon as he got here, everybody left and we just enjoyed a couple of my birthday presents. Um, there was some alcoholic beverages in involved in last night. It was awful. It was awful fun. But yeah, I've got some Friends trivia here. I've got some entertainment trivia, 80s and 90s sports. I don't know what we'll get to. We could do the Friends one first. I have no problem with that. And we're going to get started with that in just a little bit. What time is it? How are we doing? Oh, we still got 3 minutes. And we got 5 whole people here. So what the hell? I didn't expect to have too much because, this is mostly the TikTok crowd. Oh, and I got some other ones here too. This is a interesting category. It's called What Came First, where I give you two things and you tell me which one came first. I like that one. All right. You had 30 in yours? Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know. I don't even know how many we had last night. It was utter chaos. I couldn't get anything done because you saw how Lauren is. That's how Lauren is all the time. She's like that all the time. She's she's got a lot of energy, and the woman never sleeps. I don't know how she does it. I really don't. Oh, you guys want? Well, what the hell? We got 5 people in here. We got a couple of minutes before, but I can start it right now if you guys want. I'm surprised Big Jake's not here. Alex, did you send a message to Big Jake? I don't have him on the Facebooks. Who's drunk? What are you talking about, Alex? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. All right, you guys. Normally we do the hell yeahs. If you guys want to play trivia, just give me a hell's yeah. But usually go with 3. We got 5 people in here, so give me one. Somebody say hell yeah, and we'll start playing trivia. Or I'll go take a nap. Either way, I'm happy. No, Nancy, you're good. I knew I could count on you. All right, are you guys experiencing a bit of a delay here on the YouTubes? Hey, Big Jake, how you doing, buddy? Andrew gives me a hell yeah too. Big Jake, give me a hell yeah, just for old time's sake, buddy. Yeah, I think there is a delay here. I'm not used to this. Last time we did this on YouTube, it kind of sucked too, didn't it, Alex? All right, we got 3 hell yeahs. We're doing friends to begin with. How's that? Our first question tonight for friends. What is Joey's agent's name? Just the first name. That's all I need. Joey's agent. What is her name? Anybody? Nancy shoots right out with Estelle. Nancy, the other trivia person here in the house. And nobody else wants to argue with Nancy. Anybody else? Now we've lost one. Now we're down to 4. And of course, Big Jake says Blanche. Yeah, this is great. Oh, we're back up to 5. Yo. Oh, yeah. Well, of course, Nancy is right. It is Estelle. Estelle is his manager. I don't know her last name. No, Maud is incorrect, but that's, what the hell. Oh, my goodness. We're up to 7. Alex, have you been inviting people? I knew I made you a moderator for a good reason. Now, I may go. I am on Clapper. I haven't done anything with it yet, Nancy, and I may do that. Yes. However, um, I've got some other plans. I'd like to see TikTok just come back and we can go right back on that and not have to worry about it. But we'll see what happens. All right. Who said this line? We're doing Friends trivia. Who said this line? I mean, sure, I have my bad days, but then I remember what a cute smile I have. Which character said that? I mean, sure, I have my bad days, but then I remember what a cute smile I have. Nancy says Chandler, and Carly says Joey. Big Jake says Phoebe. All right, we got 3 different answers here. That's pretty good. Anybody else? No, you can't follow anybody on here. What are you talking about? No, you can't. Well, you can. No, you can in a roundabout way. You can go to their channel and then follow them at their channel. But yeah, it's not as convenient as TikTok is. So, who said the line? I mean, sure, I have my bad days, but then I remember what a cute smile I have. And Alex says, of course, the other one. Sandra says Phoebe. And no surprise here. Nancy was right with Chandler. Good work, Nancy. You probably, how many times have you done Friends trivia? You've probably done it a few times, haven't you? Oh. Oh, yeah. I've been sending requests to other people too, Alex, and we can see how that's working. All right, how many seasons of Friends were there in total? That's an easy question for you, isn't it? How many? Chandler Bong. Nah, you got that right. How many seasons of Friends are there in total? More than one. We'll put it that way. Big Jake says 10. Patricia. I almost said Patricia again. Patricia, how are you? She says 10. Pamela Wilson says 10. Is that Pamela Emma Ding Dong? No, that's not. Is that the same one? I don't know. Nancy shoots in there with 10. She's giving everybody else a fair chance here to answer before she comes in. Alex Shore incorrectly says 500. Sandra says 10. Pamela Emma Ding Dong, good to see you. And Patricia, did I? Yes, I had a good birthday, I guess. I survived it, and we weren't sure that was going to happen. It was nuts. It was pure chaos. We streamed almost the whole thing, did the whole thing live, and yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The correct answer, like many of you said, except for Alex Shore, was 10. There were 10 seasons. 10 seasons of Friends. I actually had, what was it? The final episode of the show aired on May 6, 2004. And I can't remember it. I think I saw it, but I don't know. What is the name of the restaurant where Monica works as a chef for most of the series? What is the name of the restaurant where Monica works for most of the series? That's kind of a hard one, unless you're a real hardcore Friends watcher. And we might have a few of them on here. Not yet, anyway. Nobody's answering. What is the name of the restaurant where Monica works as a chef for most of the series? Nancy says Alejandro's. And apparently Nancy's the only one that's going to answer. Everybody else is shy. Oh, all right. Patricia says Arturio's. Okay. Yeah, anybody else want to give it a shot? Those sound very close together, so maybe it's one of these situations where spelling doesn't count. Sandra says Alejandro's, just like Nancy. Smart move, because Nancy usually has the right answer. And Chipotle, says Carly. Thank you for that. I like that. We need Dwight here. I don't have nearly enough smart ass answers. And Big Jake says Alfonso's. Those all sound a lot alike, even the Chipotle one. The correct answer is Alessandro's. Alessandro's. And Alex Shore, who Googled it, came in just after I said it. Alessandro's. Yeah, Sarah, we like the smart ass answers. That's we like those better than the correct answers because they're more fun. Alessandro's. So, Alex, you got that one because you are a master Googler. And that's all we're going to say about that. What is the name of the manager of Central Perk? What is the name of the manager of Central Perk. I got to have some water. And yes, tonight it's water. I had my special coffee last night. That's where things got out of control. Nancy says Gunther. Carly says Gunther. What is the name of the manager of Central Perk? Yes, YouTube can run in a pop-down window. That is correct. Patricia says Alice. Pamela Ding Dong says Gunther. She's going around with the crowd. Alex says Adolf, which is really incorrect. And Sarah, thanks. Hey, it's Sarah. Sarah, the great one. We used to work together in a restaurant at one time. The restaurant's no longer there anymore. And neither are Sarah and I. We left. She says the old guy, which would be me, and that's not right. And Adam Rest is that's incorrect too, Jake. Gunther. Gunther is the correct answer. Pamela Ding Dong got that, and so did Nancy, of course, and Carly. And you guys are just so damn smart. Your brains are so big. I'm going to give you each 1,230 million points. So there you go. You know what we say anyway. Spelling never counts, and the points don't matter. All right, let's do another one. Okay, this is a good question. And if anybody argues with us, I give Alex permission to I give Alex permission to Google. Who has a turkey on their head first? Is it Joey or Monica? Which one of those characters put the turkey on their head first? Was it Joey or Monica? Do you remember that episode or those episodes? Big Jake says Joey, and Patricia argues with him and says Monica, and Nancy comes back with Joey, and then Pamela says Monica. Sarah says me, it was me, but really Monica. Sarah, you probably have done that. I can see you doing that. Sarah's actually been on this channel before. We made beer bread together a couple of times. Sandra says Joey. Pam's just guessing. And the correct answer, if you've all finished now, and you're all just guessing, yeah, it was Joey. It was Joey first, and then Monica. With the butter turkey. I can see you doing that, Sarah. These guys don't understand this. I can actually see you doing that. But you should check out if you check out any of my videos here. Check out the one where we made beer bread. And that was me and Sarah, and the beer bread was great. We gave it away that night for trivia, and people loved it. It was awesome. We got paid to well, I got paid to drink beer. You don't drink beer, so. Scott, how are you? All right, let's do another question. Why not? All right. What is the name of Phoebe's husband who she marries to help him get a green card? What is the name of Phoebe's husband who she marries to help him get a green card? Anybody at all? Sarah, I'm surprised you've actually seen Friends. Yeah, you don't watch TV or movies or anything. Let's see. Scott says Raul. Pam Wilson says Duncan. Sarah says that dude over there looking for a green card. And of course, Carly says Alejandro. Big Jake says, what is this? Apollo Antonio Ono. You've seen some Friends. Okay. Well, that's all right. And let's see. Nancy comes in with Duncan. Sandra says Danny. And Alex, of course, says a Canadian. Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. The episode was called The One with Phoebe's Husband. It was in 1995. And his name was Duncan Sullivan. Duncan Sullivan. So whoever said Duncan, who the hell did say Duncan? It was Pamela said Duncan. And I think Nancy said Duncan. She did say Duncan. So you guys did really, really well. I know, Scott. It is weird seeing everybody's real name. I'm still calling Alex. I'm not calling him Alex. I'm still calling him Darth. So, you know, I can't help that. Oh, for all of you that are waiting for it, wait a minute. Darth's mom. Darth's mom. We have to have her. There you go. Now you know you're on the right channel. If we've got Darth's mom here, then we're doing okay. What is the name of the book that Joey keeps in the freezer? What is the name of the book that Joey keeps in the freezer? Just all right, just do Panorama Ding Dong. I'm going to call you that anyway because, well, that's what I do. Always someone's mom. Yes, it is. It's always someone's mom. Started out with Jesus Christ. I can't remember now. The Bible is incorrect. Iced is a good guess, but no, that's not right. Nancy comes in with The Shining. And who else? Sarah Greeton says Joey's Notebook for How to Live. Okay. Fahrenheit 451. Okay. Pamela Emma Ding Dong says The Shining. 50 Shades of Four, says Scott. No. I wish Dolores was here because her dad was really good friends with Stephen King, who wrote the book The Shining. It indeed was The Shining, not the Kama Sutra, Big Jake. But thank you so much for that. I like that, Scott. We knew what you meant. Yeah, the name of the book that he keeps in the freezer is The Shining because it scares him, and he thinks that it would be, he's safer that way. Yes, I know. You always say that, Sarah. She was here last night. You should have watched this on TikTok. She was here. And yes, one of these days I'll get Dolores to tell us all the story about how her father, how Stephen King walked around with a backpack with Dolores's father's ashes in it. True story, really happened. What is the name of Phoebe's most famous song? This is an easy one. That's an easy one. I'm glad you had fun. It was chaos, pure chaos last night. First hour was normal, but the second hour, which we had to cut short, was just chaos. Carly says Smelly Cat is Phoebe's most famous song. And Nancy agrees. Pamela Ding Dong says the same. Pamela Wilson just sounds boring, so I'm going to say Pamela Ding Dong from now on. Sandra says Smelly Cat. Patricia says Stinky Cat. Interesting. Scott says Smelly Cat. Yeah, my birthday. Yes, you actually saw my 60th birthday, Sarah, and that I don't remember. To this day, I don't remember. And you told me things that happened that night that I didn't believe. But yeah, Sarah says Smelly Cat too. I can't really talk about my 60th birthday because I really don't remember. I know I made some bad choices that night, and Lauren almost ran us both off the road and to my demise. But I survived it. You were on heavy medication those 10 years. Funky Towel, says Big Jake. I know you remember. I don't. Yeah, Smelly Cat. It was Smelly Cat, not Stinky Cat. Who said Stinky Cat? Everybody else said Smelly Cat. Patricia says Stinky Cat. Everybody gets a million points, and Patricia, -12. Sorry, Patricia. The old guy give you points. The old guy take them away. They don't matter anyway. We don't write this crap down. I wish I still had the video for that night, Sarah. Cat wouldn't let me keep it. What is the name of Joey's soap opera character who has a twin? What is the name of Joey's soap opera character who has a twin? No, Alex. No. Told you. Boyfriend showed up. Um, potatoes, says Patricia. What? What is the name of Joey's soap opera character who has a twin? Drake Ramore, says Nancy. She just couldn't wait anymore. She wanted to give you guys a head start, but I know she's being really nice. Pam says Drake, the not so old guy. The not so old, yeah. Scott says Drake. Lou, I'm so glad you did that. I am so glad you did that. Now I'm not as confused anymore. Sandra says Drake. I think everybody should do that. Big Jake says Holden McGroin. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. You were supposed to loan me $300, so yeah. Apparently, I texted a few people for $300 last night. The correct answer, and I think only one person got the whole thing, didn't they? Yeah, Nancy. She's so damn smart. Dr. Drake Ramore. Dr. Drake Ramore is the name of the character. So, no, Sarah, you really don't. It was, yeah. In some ways, a disappointing night. Okay. No, I don't like that question. I'm not doing it. How does Dr. Drake Ramore die in Days of Our Lives? Joey's character, Dr. Drake Ramore, how does he die in Days of Our Lives? Lou, I'm so glad you did that. I really am. Oh, with any luck, Darth, I'll have a birthday next year. All right. Anybody going to answer this? Besides, I know Nancy's going to eventually. How does Dr. Drake Ramore die in Days of Our Lives? Carly says a pew pew. No, that's not right. Sarah threw a refrigerator at him. Scott says drowning. Pamela says stabbed. Darth followed Lou. That's nice. I like that. Nancy, of course, falls down an elevator shaft. Not Nancy. She didn't fall down the elevator shaft, but she pushed Dr. Drake Moray down, I think. I don't know. Jake says slips on a banana peel. And Darth says, doesn't he fall down an elevator shaft? Well, yes, he falls down an elevator shaft. That's how Dr. Drake Ramore dies in Days of Our Lives. Darth, we've actually got Darth Shore on here now. This is nice. We've got Darth, we've got Lou back. Pam, you should just change yours to Panorama Ding Dong. I would approve that. It should have been a refrigerator. I agree. That would have been better. Okay, what was the profession of Joey's imaginary friend? I'm serious, Pam. You should do that. Pamalama Ding Dong. Scott is Master in Bama. Well, I was wondering who the hell you were, so that's great. You can change your name, you know. You can put it right and do your TikTok name on here. Nobody cares. Carly says therapist. Sarah says dancer. Nancy says space cowboy. Dwight, Mr. Dwight, my smart ass answerer extraordinaire is here. You can run but can't hide. Who's hiding? Pamela Ding Dong says space cowboy. Yes, Dwight is here, and I'm so happy to see him. See, Dwight always uses his real name, so no matter where he goes, we know it's Dwight. And I misplaced. Where the hell did I go? Oh, there it is. What is the profession of Joey's imaginary friend? Once again, Nancy got this right, and I think Nancy's gotten them all right so far. His name was Maurice, and he was a space cowboy. He's a space cowboy. Dwight, good to see you, pal. I haven't been getting my fill of smart ass answers, so we need you here. We're doing Friends trivia. So let's see let's see what the hell I'm doing now. All right, what language? Oh, this was a funny episode too. What language does Phoebe try to teach Joey? I was thinking that same thing, Darth. It's so nice to have Darth back. And if we have Darth back, we got to have Darth's mom. Darth's mom, everybody. Big Jake says German. What language does Phoebe try to teach Joey? Sandra says Pig Latin. Maybe. Pamela Ding Dong says French. Pam, I'm still waiting for you to change your name. Nancy says French. Wouldn't you guys like to see Pam Wilson change her name to Pamela Ding Dong? I think if everybody on here said she should do it, I think she'll do it. The language of the danger dingus. That's you, Sarah, whatever you're speaking, because you are the danger dingus. Dwight says Klingon. Thank you, Dwight. Icelandic. You should do it. Come on, guys. Do you think Pamela should change her name to Pamela Ding Dong? Come on, we need to do something interesting in here tonight. Yeah, see, even Big Jake saying just do it. The correct answer, in case somebody still cares, is French. She tries to teach him French, but it doesn't go very well. I hope you do it, Pam. If you do it, I'll give you 12 million points. You'll get 12 million free points. Good for nothing, but you got 12 million points. You got a new name now, Sarah? No, I like Danger Dingus. You have a coffee mug that says Danger Dingus on it. All right, in the finale, the last episode of Friends, who said this line? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited. Who said I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited? It's kind of like what happened last night. I had no idea what was going on. I lost control really quickly in the second hour. All right. Anybody want to take a shot at this in the finale? Who said I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited? Oh dear Lord, what is your new stage name, Sarah? Okay, Nancy's showing pity on me. She says Chandler. Anybody else? Patricia says Joey. Thank you, Patricia, for answering. I appreciate that. Sandra says Chandler. She's going along with whatever Nancy says, and that's good strategy. I think that's a good thing to do. I mean, you might know anyway. I don't know. Master and Bama says Chandler. Dwight says Carlton the doorman. Oh, I love that character. That was from Rhoda. You see, Dwight and I are old, so we remember old TV shows. And there was a show called Rhoda, and there was Carlton the doorman. Didn't know I'd know that, did you, Dwight? Sarah says, me, I did it. Okay. You had help losing control. Oh, I lost all control last night. It wasn't just it. Yeah, it was utter chaos. It was funny, but it was it was different. All right, Sarah, you can share later. Send me a message on Messenger. Big Jake says Richard. No, I didn't hide beer. Nobody understands what you're talking about. Okay, in the finale, who said I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited? It indeed was Chandler. And of course, Nancy got that one right. Nancy, I think you're 100% right now. You are so far in the lead. So everybody should learn from that and just whatever Nancy says, just go ahead. Carlton the doorman, you remember that too, Scott? Sarah is talking about when we both worked at a restaurant in Brewer, Maine called Mad Cat and Company. There was a couple of nights where I drank way too much, and I started hiding beer bottles, full beer bottles, around the restaurant, just in case they shut me off and took my beer away. I would have more. And on my birthday was no exception. I did the same thing. But the next day, after my birthday, there were several beer bottles that we found. As a matter of fact, we found beer bottles I think 2 or 3 days after. So that's what she's talking about. What was the name of Chandler's girlfriend with the annoying voice? Chandler had a girlfriend with a really annoying voice. What was her name? Yes, worked in Rhoda Morgenstern's building. That's correct. But she had her last name changed because she got married to Joe. Remember? Can't remember what Joe's name was. That would have been a good question. Anyway, what was the name of Chandler's girlfriend with the annoying voice? Patricia says Janice. Sarah says Sally. I think Sarah just sent me a message, didn't you, Sarah? Okay. I won't share that. You don't want me to share that, so I'm not going to. Oh my God, Janice Joplin. No. Darth says Janice. Nancy says Janice. Tom, how are you? How did you get here? I have no idea, but welcome anyway. Dwight says Betty White. And Fran Drescher. No, but she sounded like Fran Drescher. And of course, Tom, I know who you are because he gives the answer he always gives, Engelbert Humperdinck, which is wrong. How you doing tonight? Janice. Her name is Janice. Yeah, Betty White's always a good answer. I love Betty White. Felt bad that she never quite made it to 100. Almost, though. Pretty damn close. All right, the last question in our whatever the hell this is, Friends Trivia. The last question. Who speaks the last line in the entire series? In the finale, who says the last line? You don't have to tell me what the line is. Yes, you're back up to 0, Patricia. You don't have to tell me what the line is, but who speaks the last line in Friends? You're not him? Okay. You're incognito? Gotcha. Nancy says Chandler. Who speaks the last line in the entire series? Sandra agrees with Nancy and says Chandler. Anybody else want to sound off and give me a name? Anybody whatsoever? Patricia says Chandler. Well, you guys, you're kind of boring. You're all saying the same thing. I know what you're doing. You're all just whatever Nancy says. Nancy, that's how smart you are. Your brain is so big. And of course, Big Jake's going to turn things around with Janice. She wasn't even on the series then. That's all right. Or maybe she was. I don't know. Maybe was she in the last episode? I don't know. Who speaks the last line in the entire season? It is indeed Chandler, not Bob Newhart, Dwight. This is too weird. It is kind of weird being over here on the YouTubes, isn't it? It is indeed Chandler. That is the answer. And after Richard suggests the group get coffee, Chandler says, "Sure, where?" Which I thought was a funny line. All right. How are we doing on time? Oh, good Lord. We got another half hour. Tom Selleck and Brad Pitt. All right. Well, both of them were on that show at one point. Yes. That's true. Marcel Marceau. Pamela Ding Dong. It is official. It is absolutely official. She is now Pamela Ding Dong. See that, Sarah? I just named somebody else. That's kind of my thing. I name people. Dolores' real name isn't Dolores, but I not only gave her the name Dolores, but I also gave her middle name and her last name too. Her full name that I gave her is Dolores Evelyn Gruberson. So, Pamela Ding Dong, I am so proud. I am so proud of you. You did wonderful. And now I know exactly who you are, no matter where you are. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I've got this category that I did a while back, and it's called What Came First? So I named two things, and you tell me which one came first. Keep it clean, Darth. Wrigley Field in Chicago or Wrigley's Chewing Gum? Which one came first? Wrigley Field in Chicago or Wrigley Chewing Gum? Which came first? Tom says Mulva. Hi, Tom. I'm glad you're here. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, what is going on here? She is Dorothy, yes. What a strange name. I know. So, which one game? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. The firstborn came first. Okay. Wrigley Field in Chicago or Wrigley's Chewing Gum? Which one came first? Dwight says gum. Nancy says gum. Patricia says field. Lou says that one. Sandra says gum. Tom says Uncle Wiggly. Big Jake says field. Patricia says, "Can you give me a name? You want a name? Okay, give me a couple minutes to think of it." Well, yeah, Tom, I know. You're welcome. She did kind of flash people there a little bit. She was still wearing a bra though, so there was no nippage. But yeah, she did kind of do that. I got to see it live, so I was happy about that. But then again, it was my birthday. All right, Patricia, I'm thinking about your name too. I'm multitasking. All right, Wrigley Field in Chicago or Wrigley's Chewing Gum. Of course, the first one, of course, was the chewing gum. First was the chewing gum, made lots of money. Then Wrigley Field. You're not wrong, Tom. You are not wrong. Okay, so that's how that works. I give you two things. You tell me which one came first. The foundation of the NFL or the foundation of the NBA? Which was first, the NFL or the NBA? See, that one's a lot more difficult. Nancy, I'm looking for you because you're so damn smart. Tom says NFL. Patricia says NFL. Which came first, the NFL or the NBA? Nancy says NFL. Jake says NFL. And nobody's saying the NBA now. Wouldn't you guys feel foolish if it was the NBA? Dwight says no balls allowed, NBA. And of course, NAACP and AARP. Okay. I only belong to one of those organizations. Scott Allen says the NBA. Finally, somebody says NBA. And Scott, you are wrong. It was the NFL, founded in 1922. NBA wasn't founded until 1949. And Patricia, I don't know what the hell to call you. I don't know much about you, Patricia. I really don't. So I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll come up with a name. Let's come up with a name for Patricia. All right. Which came first? Nickelodeon or Disney Channel? And we're talking about the US versions of these two channels. Nickelodeon or Disney Channel? Which one came first? Name pH balanced. Lou says Disney. I just love saying Lou. Patricia says Nick. Carly says Nick. Tom says Disney. Dwight says Nick at Night. Sandra says Disney. Which one came first, Nickelodeon or Disney? Nancy says Nickelodeon. And of course, Darth says the egg. Pamela Ding Dong says Nick. I'm surprised Dwight hasn't said Disney-Olean or Nicholisney or something like that. Patricia, you're unbalanced. Yeah, stand in line. Which came first, Nickelodeon or Disney? And it was indeed Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon came in first, April 1st, no fooling, 1979. The Disney Channel didn't start until 1983. So, yeah, 79. Wow, that was a long friggin' time ago. I didn't realize that. I didn't think it was that old. Well, Scott squeaks right in there with Nickelodeon, too. So, good job. Give yourself all 6 points. I don't care. The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland or Gone with the Wind, filmed with Clark Gable. Which is the first one? Which one came first? The Wizard of Oz or Gone with the Wind? I didn't know that either, Lou, until I read it right here. Well, I knew it when I wrote it too, so but I forgot it because I'm old. Carly says Wizard of Oz. Which came first, The Wizard of Oz or Gone with the Wind? And Darth, of course, says African Queen. Lou says Oz. Pamela Ding Dong says Wizard. Gone with the Wind says Sandra. And Nancy says Gone with the Wind. Nancy, have you gotten all the questions right tonight? I think you have so far, right? Let's see if that holds. The Wiz says Darth. And Return to Oz. That's what Big Jake says. Dwight says, what did he say? The Scarecrow? All right. And Scott Allen also says The Wizard. The Wizard of Oz. So far, Nancy has gotten everyone right. And this time, Nancy said Gone with the Wind. And the correct answer, Nancy, I'm so sorry. You've finally been dethroned tonight. It was The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz came first, but not by much. Wizard of Oz, August 25th, 1939. Gone with the Wind was December 15th, 1939. So it was Wizard of Oz, and just by a few months. So they were both filmed at the exact same time. But, you know, that's it. Both great movies. Both great movies. The Wiz, you're calling that a great movie too? All right. Well, let's ease on down the road here and find another one. Oh, this is a good one. Which came first, Hawaii's admission into the United States Union or Alaska's admission? Which came first, Hawaii or Alaska as U.S. states? Nancy, you've been doing outstanding, though. Outstanding. So which came first? Which one was the state first, Alaska or Hawaii? And Carly says Alaska. Patricia says Alaska. We're still trying to figure out a good name for Patricia. Tom says Greenland. Pamela Emma Ding Dong says Alaska. Dwight says same time. No, Dwight, that's not right. It was not at the same time. Lou says Hawaii. Sandra says Alaska. Darth says Canada, then Puerto Rico. You're reading into the future, Darth. You got to stop doing that, dude. Freaks people out. Nancy says Alaska. Big Jake says Hawaii. Hawaii is the last one in 1959. That's what Patricia says. Well, maybe. We'll find out in just a moment. Scott says Alaska. So which one was first? Alaska or Hawaii to become a state? Anybody else? It is Alaska. Alaska was the first one. It was January 3rd, 1959. Hawaii was August 21st, 1959. So Alaska is the answer. Whale blubber or pineapple on that pizza? Dwight, that's disgusting. Where'd Danger Dingus go? Did she leave? She left, didn't she? Okay. Let's do another question, shall we? How are we doing on? I know why it's taking so long to do this because I started early tonight. Oh, Carly, that's just so wrong. You really hate pineapple that much, huh? All right, which came first? Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer? Which came first? Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer? Maybe we should call Patricia Dora. No, that wouldn't be right. Sarah comes in with NBA. Sarah, I missed you. Where'd you go? Carly says Blue's Clues. Lights aren't going up. Okay. Lou says Blue's Clues. Nancy says Dora. Pamela Ding Dong says Blue's Clues. Sandra says Dora. The Puppy Bowl came from. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Go Diego, go. Darth? No. Definitely Blue's Clues, says Lou. Lou has spoken. She says definitely Blue's Clues. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay. Bob the Builder, says Darth. and of course, Sarah's still saying NBA. Scott Allen says Blue's Clues. Which came first, Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer? I've lost my place. Well, all right, I gotta look and see what Nancy got. What did you say, Nancy? I can't find you. Nancy said Alaska. No, that was the other question. Yeah, it was Blue's Clues, September 8th, 1996. Dora the Explorer didn't start until the year 2000. 2000. So 4 years later. Thomas the Train. Yeah, it was Blue's Clues. Nancy, you're slipping. That's 2. My goodness, what's happening? Something's terribly off here. Somebody check on Nancy. She usually gets all of them right. Which came first, NBC television or CBS? National Broadcast Company or Columbia Broadcast System? Which came first, NBC or CBS? Patricia says CBS. Darth says PBS. Of course he does. NBC, says Nancy. Let's see if she can recoup. Darth now says Fox and CW. Carly says ABC. Okay, thanks, Carly. I love the smartass answers. Pamela Ding Dong is coming in strong with NBC. Lou says yes. And Big Jake says WNBC. Yeah, you were a little behind, Sarah. That's okay. Soviet television is wrong, Dwight, but thank you for playing. Sandra says NBC. Tom says the Playboy Channel. And Sarah now says all of the above. And Scott Allen says CBS. The correct answer. All right. Oh, your roommates were talking. Well, you got to get rid of them. The correct answer is CBS. CBS was first, 1939. NBC was 1941. And of course, they had the red and the blue networks and all that good stuff. I had to learn that when I went to broadcast school, but I forgot most of it. But CBS was first, 1939. So, did you redeem yourself, Nancy? I certainly hope so. I'm not going to look back. Okay. You're slip sliding away. That's a good song. I like Paul Simon. I don't like that one. Okay. All right. Hold on a second here. All right. What came first? This one I think is easy if you've got a little age to you like I do, or a lot of age to you like I do. Which came first, 2020 or 60 Minutes? 2020 on ABC or 60 Minutes on CBS? Which one came first? Nancy, I know you know this one. I know for sure Nancy knows this one. You have to know this one. Which came first, 60 Minutes or 2020? Sarah says 60 Minutes. Carly says 60 Minutes. Patricia says 60 Minutes. Pamela Ding Dong says 60 Minutes. Nancy says 60 Minutes. Dwight says 1 hour, which would be 60 Minutes. Sandra says 60 Minutes. Tom Ozier said, you bet your life. Thank you, Darth. Super chat from Darth. He is the Sith Lord. We all knew that. Scott Allen says 60 Minutes. I love how the Sith Lord's mother was in Star Trek. That's awesome. And the correct answer, Nancy, congratulations. You're back on top. The correct answer is indeed 60 Minutes. Came out in 1968. And 2020 didn't come out until 10 years later, 1978. So, Nancy, I'm so proud of you. Your brain is huge. You're awesome. And it was on CBS. Yes, I said that. I said on CBS because the words are right there. That's what I said. 60 Minutes, CBS. 2020 was ABC. Nancy, I'm so proud of you. Big braining over here. Yes. What was it you used to say, Sarah? You cannot brain today. You has the dumb. Isn't that what we put on a coffee mug? I put anything on a coffee mug. I don't care. All right. And what else? What? Lots of things are happening. Oh my good Lord, Darth! Another super chat. You are the you continue. All right, we got to show Darth's mom. Darth's mom, who everybody knows by now, was on Star Trek Next Generation. And she had a name that I've forgotten already. I can't remember her character's name. Oh, Van something. Van Morrison. No, that's not right. Van Mater. Van Mater was her name. The episode they gave her a name, they killed her off. But she's still, she was still on the show. She was a background actor. So, yes, Darth replying to his own comment. I know. That must be a chore, Nancy. Speaking of hats, all right. Now that Nancy has brought it back together, Nancy, we're going to put you on the hat. You haven't been on the hat in a while, so we have to put Nancy on the hat because she's doing such a great job. She's only missed 2 questions tonight, and that's phenomenal. So let's get Nancy on the hat. There you go. Nancy, you are now on the hat. In the place of honor where you belong. People are sending me stuff. Sarah, that's you, isn't it? No, I'm busy right now. Okay, we've still got a few minutes before I take a break. I had this super chat thing going on here where if I get enough super chats, then I'll do another hour. I'm going to do another hour anyway. I don't care. You probably have. I have to tell you, the last time I did YouTube on here, or did trivia on YouTube, it didn't go real well because I monetized it and they started showing videos and breaking it up, and people were getting really upset. So I demonetized it tonight. There shouldn't be any video. You guys shouldn't see any commercials on here. You should be honored, Nancy. This is a big honor. And when I come up with a name for Patricia, we'll put her name on the hat. But I don't see me coming up with anything. I don't know her that well. You get a special reward for not knowing any of, for missing all of the questions. You haven't missed all the questions, have you, Lou? I don't believe that. Oh, Darth. Oh, Darth. I would give anything right now to hear you sing that. Didn't Data sing that on Next Generation once? Oh, God. All right, 2000s music. That's what I got here now. So let's do a couple of those. Because he's Darth and he can do what he wants. Where's Mulva tonight? Well, Dolores, last night, this happens when she comes over sometimes. She was here last night. She was here until I think a little after 8 o'clock. She has an hour to drive home. So she got home by 9. She has to be to work at 5 o'clock the next morning, but she has this condition where she has to show up 2 hours early, which means she had to be there at 3. So she had to leave her house by 2. So she doesn't get a whole lot of sleep. So when she's done with her 8-hour workday, she just goes home and sleeps for the whole day. Sarah, you'll always be Danger Dingus to me. Always. I saw the person who named you. I saw him the other day. He actually came into the restaurant a couple weeks ago. Friggin' autocorrect. That's what I always say. You got one right. See, you didn't get them all wrong, Lou. You got one right. I'm very proud of you. All right, here's your question. In what year did the Baja Men release "Who Let the Dogs Out"? Anybody know that? "Who Let the Dogs Out" by the Baja Men. What year was that released? I know Dwight's going to say 1492 because that's his answer for everything. What year did the Baja Men release "Who Let the Dogs Out"? Anybody? I think everybody's working on changing their names on here now. Darth's just super chatting again. Thank you, Darth. It's like slideshow, but really? Well, Kelsey Grammer has a beautiful voice, so that's good. You are nameless. You're not nameless. I got a lot of names for you. Okay. Anybody want to try this question? In what year did the Baja Men release "Who Let the Dogs Out"? Anybody? Anybody at all? All right. Big Jake comes out with 2002. Nancy says 2003. 2011 is what Tom says. Okay. Yeah, well, he does that now. Carly says 1998. Patricia says 2003. And Pamela Emma Ding Dong says 2000. Lou says 2001 because she's tricky like that. Sandra says 2003. Dwight says 1955. And John says 2000. John J. Jenkins. There's a lot of J's in your name, dude. And there's a reason for it. Sarah says 1964. Jake says 2002. Nancy says 2003. She's still trying to redeem herself. She's upset she's missed 2 questions tonight. And she's about to miss 3. There are a lot of answers. Scott says 2001. And of course, Tom says in the year 2525. All right, a couple of things. The first thing is, Nancy, I'm sorry, that's number 3 that you missed. It was indeed the year 2000. And a few people got that. Pamela Emma Ding Dong got that right. And John J. Jenkins got that right. And I know that dude. I know that dude very well. That's my brother. He lives in Arkansas. I won't say where. And I know it's Arkansas, but hey, John, how you doing? Nice to see you on here. Scott is still answering 2001, even though I gave the answer as the year 2000. But keep on trying. You're doing great. Fort Smith. Don't tell these people exactly where you live, John. They will show up. Especially Darth. You never know with that guy. He's got time on his hands, man. He'll move there. I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. Yeah, you're only 5 years off. And Sarah's still answering with 2002. No, Sarah, that's still wrong. All right, let's try another one. What group sang the song "Independent Woman"? This is music of the 2000s. What group sang the song Independent Woman? Come on, Dwight. I know you know this one. He's going to put Engelbert Humperdinck again. I know he will. The Ramones is incorrect. Carly comes in with Destiny's Child. Nancy says Destiny's Child. And Pamela Emma Ding Dong agrees with both of them. And so does my bro, Destiny's Child. Backstreet Boys, Dwight, is incorrect. Sarah says Destiny's Child. Jody says Destiny's Child. Wow. You guys are so damn smart, aren't you? Anybody else want to say something? Anything? Darth, you haven't been a smart ass for the past question or two. Come on. Destiny's Parents, says Tom. All right. Yeah, it's and Nancy. Hi, Jody. Tony Orlando, with or without Dawn? Just asking. It is indeed Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child sang the song Independent Woman. I had no idea. It's lagging on your end. Well, maybe if you do a little cardio and oh, never mind. I thought you meant you have your lag. Never mind. All right. I don't know what I was thinking. What time is it? Holy crap. We've been on here for over an hour. So let's do another question. Oh, here you go. And remember, spelling never counts, and the points don't matter because we don't write them down. What group sang the song Stacy's Mom? Back in the 2000s, who sang Stacy's Mom? Well, Tom, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You know you're not on TikTok, right? Oh, Nancy, save us. What group sang the song Stacy's Mom? I know you guys know this. Jody says Fountains of Wayne. Yes, Sarah. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Yeah. Fountains of Wayne, says John. Pamela Ding Dong agrees with both of those people. And Nancy says, why not? Fountains of Wayne. And so does Big Jake. So does Sarah. And Carly says Darth. And of course, Dwight comes in with Chubby Checker. Dwight, I got to ask, dude, how old are you? I mean, I'm 62. How old are you? Chubby Checker was a thing before I was born, so I do enjoy your answers, though. You're the highlight of my night. Stacy's Mom has got it going on and was sung by, you guys all knew it, 69 and a half. Okay. Sung by Fountains of Wayne, of course. Fountains of Wayne. Awesome. John, this is the first time you've actually been on here playing trivia because you don't have the TikToks, I'm guessing. So this is kind of nice. This is my other dysfunctional family. We do this. All right. I'm going to do one more, then we're going to take a quick break because, like always, I have a 62-year-old bladder and it takes me 11 minutes to pee. So let's do one more question. Who sang the song? This is music from the 2000s. Who sang the song Womanizer? You're the dysfunctional occasional visitor. Okay. Patricia's 69 and a half, too. It's your new name now, Patricia. Not quite 70. No, that's terrible. We'll think of something else. Sarah says Britney Spears. Pamela Ding Dong says Britney Spears. Jody says Britney. Nancy says Britney. My brother says Britney. What the hell? Tom says Dwight. Avon Cosmetics says Dwight. Not once has anybody said Engelbert Humperdinck. I'm starting to think you guys are losing interest. Avon Cosmetics. Okay. Who sang the song Womanizer? Sandra also says Britney. Krabby Patty. I'm not hating that, Patricia. I'm not hating that at all. I I think you should change it to Krabby Patty. I think that's great. Um, let's see. Big Jake says Britney Spears. Yeah, I think he might be onto something. I mean, what the hell? Patty cakes? No, I like Krabby Patty better. I didn't hear the question, but I think it's Britney Spears. Well, Carly, you are absolutely right. It was Britney Spears who sang that song, Womanizer, whatever the hell it is. All right, guys, you know how this works. I'm going to take a quick break, just a minute or two. And if you guys want to stick around, I'd love to do some more trivia with you. I want to thank for all the super chats that we got so far. Thank you so much, Darth. Well, I haven't seen on you. Darth, did you go away? What happened? You like Krabby Patty? I do too. I think that's quite funny. You're 61.9. Huh, Scott? Well, I am 62 point something today. Ask anybody. They didn't think I'd make it. Nobody thought I'd make it till 30. So for me to be 62 is pretty damn good. All right. So you'll be 63 on Sunday, Pamela Emma Ding Dong. Jody is 53 in 17 days, still a youngin'. Well, happy birthday next Sunday to you, Pamela Emma Ding Dong. I think that's wonderful. You'll be 63. Right now, we're the same age. Next week, you'll be a year older than me. But right now, we're even. Okay, so for those of you who didn't get to see all the graphics and stuff that I did last night for the live, that a lot of it I didn't get to do, I pained over this. I made this. That was my Extravapalooza graphics. I just wanted to share it with you. Yes, happy birthday to Krabby Patty. No, Pamela Emma Ding Dong or somebody. I don't know. You'll be 65 in April, Nancy. I would never have guessed that. I mean that sincerely. I never would have guessed you were 65. I thought you were younger than me. I did. Of course, everybody thinks they're younger than me because I look so damn old. Um, all right, I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to actually mute my microphone this time, not like I did last night. I left the mic up. All chaos broke out. It was horrible. And I'll be back in just a couple of minutes and talk amongst yourselves. Dwight, go ahead, sing a song.
You and the side little pants, like, come on, we gather round for the night. It's time to go strong. Old guy Nick with trivia's on blast. We're the kings of knowledge, we're having a blast. So raise your glasses high, let's make a toast. Old guy Network, we're living the dream. With laughter and wisdom, we're part of the team. Trivia and tales, we're ready to score. Gather round is what we live for. From history to sports, we cover it all. With laughter and cheers, it's a trivia brawl. Each question a challenge sets the mood right. Let's turn up the heat and party all night. Old timers and fresh minds, come on, let's unite. Old Guy Network, we're living the dream. With laughter and wisdom, we're part of the team. Trivia and tales, we're ready to score. Gather round is what we live for. From hits to the nights, we'll never forget. Old Guy Network, the best is yet. Old Guy Network, the best is yet.
I am back.
Yeah!
Yes, I wash my damn hands. Dwight, quit telling me how to live, dude.
Old Guy Network, the best is yet.
Darth, you have a lovely singing voice in print. Master Mbama, you actually changed your name. Thank you for doing that. Now we know who you are. Your name change did work. Congratulations. All right, we're going to do some more. You want to do some more trivia? I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really care. It's on YouTube. It's not like it's on TikTok, and it's a little different. This is a little different. And I just talked to Dolores. I don't know if she's coming, if she's going to jump on here or not, but maybe. Dolores might be here in a minute. I'm not sure. Krabby Patty! I can't believe you did that. Holy crap, John. John, you didn't have to do that. See that, Darth? I was a third of the way there. I'll explain that later, John. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was, you didn't have to do that. As always, you don't have to do anything, but I do appreciate that. That's awful nice of you. That was very generous. Thank you so much for doing that. Wow. Yeah, well, he surprises me like that every once in a while, and that's awesome. Very unexpected. Dolores is here, everybody. Dolores is here. Well, she's not in the studio like she was last night. Dolores, you see that Sarah's here with us too, huh? All right. Wow. I just got re-energized. I guess I got to do some more damn trivia. All right. We left off with 2000s music. So, Dolores, I've already named two more people in here tonight. Well, I unofficially named Pamela Ding Dong last week or a couple weeks ago. And now we've got Krabby Patty in here. So that's nice. All right. Let's do another one. All right. 2000s music. Who did the song Drop It Like It's Hot? One of my favorites. Drop It Like It's Hot. Who did that song? 2000s music trivia. Dolores is probably singing this right now. No, it wasn't the old guy, Sarah. That's your answer for everything. Dolores says Snoop. Jody says Snoop Dogg. Sarah says featuring Dorothy. Or Dorothy. I know what you meant. Pamela Ding Dong says Snoop Dogg. Nancy says Snoop. Nancy's back on a roll again, I think. The hot potatoes is incorrect, Dwight, but thanks. You are singing. I know you are. My brother John, he says Snoop Dogg, and Sarah now says Snoop. And Master and Bama, of course, says Tony Bennett. You're shaking things up a little bit. Aren't you usually the one that says Engelbert Humperdinck? But now you're saying Tony Bennett, so I respect that too. It was indeed Snoop Dogg. Drop it like it's hot. I wish we could hear you right now, Dolores. If you were here, you'd be singing it for all to hear. Big Jake, Snoop Doggy Dog. Yeah, that's his full name, Snoop Doggy Dog. All right, one of my favorite bands from the 20s. The 20s, yeah. Well, sort of. From the 2000s music. What Outkast song includes the lyrics "Shake it like a Polaroid picture"? I know. Well, I could have given you some gas money. I figured you'd be sleeping right now. You probably didn't get a lot of sleep. All right. What Outkast song includes the lyrics "Shake it like a Polaroid picture"? Jody says, "Hey, yeah." Or she says, "Hey, now." Nancy says, "Hey, yeah." Master and Bama says, "Hey, yeah." Dolores says, "Hey, yeah." Now Dolores is singing that song. Big Jake says, "Hey, yeah." Pamela Emma Ding Dong says the same. So does John. So does Sarah. Wow. Of course you woke up from a nap. I'm surprised you woke up because you didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. Sarah Greeton, hey, yeah. And she means it. Dwight says Five Guys. And Tom says Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I wouldn't expect anything else. The Outcast song says "Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture," and for the younger ones that are on this playing, they don't know what a Polaroid picture is. But the song is "Hey Yeah," and at that time when "Hey Yeah" was out, there was two other songs. One was "Like Yeah," that was a Tech Nine song, and then there was "Yeah," just "Yeah." Um, I think that was Little Wayne. Well, no, it wasn't Little Wayne. It was the other one that always just says "Yeah." Anyway, we had three A songs all at the same time. Tom's still going with the Mulva thing. I love your commitment. Jody says Usher. No, it wasn't Usher. All right. I don't know. All right. What group had a hit in the year 2000 with the song Kryptonite? Kryptonite from 2000. Who did it? Who had a hit with Kryptonite from the year 2000? Anybody? Come on, Nancy. I know you know this one. Tom says Superman. Jody and Nancy both say Three Doors Down. And Master and Bama says Three Doors Down. So does Sarah. So does Dolores. And Dwight says Darth. Darth, did you quit answering? You're still here, right? Pamela Amading Dong agrees with the others and says Three Doors Down. Does not agree with Dwight. The song Kryptonite in the year 2000. And Big Jake adds a little bit to it and says Three Doors Downtown. I agree, Krabby Patty. I hope not as well. I don't have any of my sound effects here. Or I do the toilet flush sound effects. Just imagine I'm just doing that right now. That would have been great. John also says Three Doors Down. So I got to say, I'm really proud of Nancy. She's coming back. Let's give Nancy another 12 billion points, and everybody else gets 12 billion points if you got this one right. Three Doors Down. Three Doors Down. It is Three Doors Down. I miss my sound effects. Oh, all right. Oh, shoot. I forgot about this song. Let's see. Dolores, don't Google this. I want to see if you get this one. Let's see if Dolores can get this one. I think she can. What group released the song 1985 back in 2004? What group released the song 1985 in 2004? Was that a Dolly Parton song? No, Dwight. It's the song 1985. And I got distracted. Sarah, Dolores, Jody, my brother John, Nancy, all say Bowling for Soup. Tom says you too. And Jake agrees with all the other guys and he says Bowling for Soup. And Master and Bama says bobbing for French fries. And Tom says the soup Nazi. No soup for you, Tom. No soup for you. Jen, how are you, Jen? 3 doors down, you're drinking and having a party. Be older. When I go bowling, I too bowl for soup. All right, Sarah. Yeah, it is bowling for soup. And Dorothy just reminded me of something. Dolores, correct me if I'm wrong. You just told me that it's an anniversary for you, but it's also an anniversary for you and me because wasn't that anniversary the very first time I met you? You tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to tell you guys what her anniversary is. But I think, thank you, Pamela Ding Dong. I'm glad that you enjoy them. I enjoy doing them. So Dolores, yes, all right. So Dolores is celebrating, and you guys give her a big hand. I'm getting choked up because Dolores is celebrating 14 years cancer free, and that is a huge deal. 2 years ago today was the day I met her. She was celebrating 12 years. She came into the restaurant where I worked, and I invited her to trivia, and she came in that week for trivia, and we became best friends like almost immediately. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm happy that she's okay. So 14 years for Dolores being cancer free. So that is an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. We got to let him know, Dolores. We got to. Yes, it was no shit, Darth. That's true. Um, you forgot that part though, didn't you, Dolores? That was the first day we met. One of the girls that worked there actually introduced me to you. Thought that we would get along because she knew how much you like trivia and stuff. And yeah, she and I just became really good friends right after that. Krabby Patty now says Julia Childs. What? I don't know what's going on. So congratulations to my best buddy Dolores, um, who I think the world of. And last night Dolores came over here before everybody else did, bringing 2 large pieces of meat, and she had steaks, and she cooked me a birthday dinner with steaks and potatoes and onions and stuff, and it was so good. Yeah, Dolores she's very good to me, and she's a good cook. She's a very good cook. So I'm glad we met. All right, let's get enough of this friggin' sappy bullshit. Let's do something else. All right, I got another one for you. We got any country fans in here? What country singer released the song Alcohol on May 9th, 2005? I am lucky. I'm lucky I have such good friends. And I had more of them over here last night too, but that's when everything went south. And it was chaos. It was fun chaos, but it was chaos. Jody says Dolly. Sarah says no. Tom Mosier says Bill W. Okay. John says Common Kings. All right. Nancy, it says Brad Paisley. And Big Jake says Brad Parsley. And Pamela Emma Ding Dong says Brad Paisley. Well, that's okay, Sarah. Next time. I'm sure I'll have many more birthdays. I don't know. Never expected to have this many. Minnie Pearl is incorrect, Dwight, but thank you for playing. What country singer released the song Alcohol on May 9th, 2005? And no, it was not Minnie Pearl. But I believe Nancy got this one right again, so that's good. Brad Paisley is the correct answer. It is Brad Paisley. Sarah, Dolores and I have both talked about that. We talked about it yesterday. Your mom says I'll have many more. Well, what does she know? I mean, I know she's right. I hope she's right. I think she's right. I got nothing. But Sarah, yes, Dolores and I actually have talked about that. We talked about That we discussed that yesterday, as a matter of fact. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll see. Nancy is on fire. She was slipping just a little bit, but that's okay because she came back strong. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to make a whole 2 hours tonight. I'm really tired. Last night was rough. Anybody who saw that last night, it was rough. Um, and it's not that I drank too much because I didn't. Oh, more people are talking to me. All right, let's do entertainment. You want to do entertainment? All right, I'll give it the first person that tells me what they want to do. Either entertainment, which could be anything, or 80s and 90s sports. First person to tell me what to do. Come on, the first person on here. Do you want 80s and 90s sports or do you want entertainment? Dwight says ET. Big Jake says entertainment. All right, Jen says entertainment. Nancy says entertainment. Pamela Emma Ding Dong says entertainment. Look at you guys. Even Sarah, Jody. So sports it is. I mean, entertainment. We'll do entertainment. We can do that. People get pissed off when I do that, though. Sometimes I switch it up. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Dolores. It'll be a short conversation. I got to have a little water. All right. Sandra Bullock won the 2009 Best Actress Oscar for her role in what movie? Sandra Bullock won the 2009 Best Actress Oscar for her role in what movie? We're doing entertainment. And it's kind of a sports question, too. That's your hint. It is kind of a sports question. Sandra Bullock won the 2009 Best Actress Oscar for her role in what movie? Dolores says The Blind Side. And so does Big Jake. And so does Master and Bama. And so does Jen. And Nancy's there too with the same answer, The Blind Side. And Jody Bosworth says The Blind Side. Just all one word, Blind Side. And Dwight even said it. Oh my God, Dwight, you couldn't think of anything sarcastic, huh? All right. Sarah says The Loud Side. Tom says The Blind Side. He said Blind Side hit. Okay. And my brother says Blind Side. So yeah, you guys are all right. It's The Blind Side. And it is kind of a sports movie, right? And Krabby Patty with Engelbert Humperdinck. It's about time somebody did that. I missed the Humperdinck. I don't know what that means. Oh, God, I would have it that I have this question now after just making that comment. Our next question in entertainment. Who was the lead singer for the rock band Hole? Who was the lead singer for the rock band Hole? Krabby Patty, you're doing wonderful. Thank you for doing that. Jen says Courtney Love. Dar says the Deaf Bottom. Dwight says who? Who was the lead singer for the band Hole? Nancy also says Courtney Love. Dolores says Courtney Love. Oh, I have a joke that goes along with the question, but it will get me kicked off YouTube, so I'm not going to say it. Master and Bama says Courtney. Jody says Courtney. Tom says Courtney. Bama Lama Ding Dong agrees. So does Sarah and my brother John. So yeah, you guys are so damn smart. It's Courtney Love. Sarah, I didn't want to hear that. It's snowing? Well, of course it's snowing outside. If it's snowing inside, you got a real problem. Which, didn't you have it raining inside once in your old apartment? That was awful, but I didn't want to hear that it's snowing outside. I don't like that. You wanted to go, oh, Dolores, no. You were that tired, huh? Well, that's what happens when you hang out with the old guy. You just get tired because the shenanigans we had last night. Darth will tell you, he saw most of it. Yeah, 2 apartments ago. She that was awful. You didn't have rain in there. You had a friggin' waterfall. You got 14 inches of snow today, Pamela Ding Dong. I am so sorry to hear that. That's about 14 inches too much. I agree, Dolores. Customer service does suck. Not all the time, but most of the time. No, my roof's doing all right. We're okay. Rain in your kitchen, and last apartment, rain in your landlord's kitchen. I've been in your landlord's kitchen. No, we're not going to talk about that, are we, Sarah? Sarah's last apartment, I was actually there before she was. Well, 14 inches. I know what you mean, Dwight. You're trying to tell your wife 14, that's 14 inches, but it's not. Okay, what instrument did Michelle play in American Pie? The movie American Pie, what instrument did Michelle play? It's one time at band camp. Jen says flute. Master says flute. Sarah says flute. Pamela Ding Dong says flute. Nancy says flute. I did this question locally at Yoshi's the other night. Somebody said trombone, and I just, that would be bad. Dolores says flute. Dwight says her boyfriend. Jake says flute. Jody says flute. Tom's a special kind of flute. My brother says flute. And Ronnie says, yay, trivia. Yay, Ronnie. That's what we say. Thank you, Darth. Yeah, somebody actually said trombone the other day. And if you're doing that with a trombone, that's, yeah, because this one time at band camp, Michelle had a flute. Yeah, the correct answer is flute. Well, I'm happy to be found, Ronnie. We're all here just doing this foolishness. So, yeah, the correct answer, the instrument Michelle in American Pie played was indeed the flute. Tom. And Dwight says the spoons. Griffin! Sarah. Stop that. Smooth down there, remember? Griffin, how the hell are you? I haven't seen you I haven't talked to you or anything. I haven't even thought about you in at least a year. So it's nice to see you here, Griffin. Griffin and I used to work together as well. I worked in the dish pit. He worked in the kitchen. Then what happened? You embezzled some money or something? No, I'm just kidding. He left. He had better things to do. He did not get fired. And surprisingly enough, neither did I. Who starred opposite of Madonna in the 1986 film Shanghai Surprise? Griffin is a homie. Oh, well, good for you. You're doing some homework. I hope you do well. So, who starred opposite Madonna in the 1986 film Shanghai Surprise? Master and Bama says Ped. John, my brother, says Engelbert Lumpy Dink. That's even better, John. I am so proud to share DNA with you. Sarah says no comment. Okay, Dolores says Sean Penn. Nancy says Sean Penn. Tom says Engelbert Humperdinck. Jody says Jackie Chan. You'd be surprised how many people say Jackie Chan when I've done this question before. Pamela Ding Dong says Sean Penn. Griffin says Shia LaBeouf. I'm surprised you didn't say some kind of shark name. See, I remember. Charlie the Tuna Roll is what Dwight says. Dinklebird bumper cars. What? That's pretty good too. I like that. So, who starred opposite Madonna in the 1986 film Shanghai Surprise? When I did this live, a lot of people said Jackie Chan. I swear to God. But no, it was indeed Madonna's ex-husband, Sean Penn. It was Sean Penn. Angle bent lumpy ding. Okay. Sarah, yeah. Yeah. Sarah comes up with some pretty funny shit sometimes. God, nobody will get this. Nobody ever does. All right, here. I know my brother's going to get this one. There is no way my brother's not going to get this. My brother is a master musician. He's a great musician. And this is probably one of his favorites. One of his favorite guitar players. What Beatles song features Eric Clapton on lead guitar? That is your question. John, I know you know this. What Beatles song features Eric Clapton on lead guitar? Swedish Krona. Yes, Sarah. Sometimes you're extremely funny. Most of the time. Hey Jude. That's what. All right. You said Hey Juice. Master Obama says Hey Juice, but I think he means Hey Jude. Krabby Patty says Hey Jude. Rocky the Raccoons to Jen. Well, that is a song. Tom said nothing. While my guitar gently weeps, says Dolores. And Dwight says the yellow sub sandwich. Master and Bama says Jude. And Nancy says, while guitar gently weeps. And Jen Huff says, dope. While my guitar gently weeps is also what Pamalama Ding Dong says. Griffin says, I am the walrus because it's such a drug trip. Yeah, okay. And my brother says, while my guitar gently weeps. Same thing with Darth. Same thing with, well, just about everybody. Yeah, that is correct. While my guitar gently weeps. A lot of people think that's George Harrison playing. It isn't. It is indeed Eric Clapton. If I'm not mistaken, John, Eric Clapton's one of your favorites. I know he's one of them. Not completely, but I know you listen to that album a lot. You listened to a lot of Beatles albums when we were kids. Norwegian Wood. No, that would be me. See, these are Norwegian. I'm partially Norwegian. You get the rest of it. Anyway, what the hell time is it? Oh, thank God. We've only got about 20 minutes left. What's a Beatle? You listen to the Beatles all the time. You played that one song, Baby You Can Drive My Car, over and over and over again. I was just a little kid. Back in the days when you were playing, you had a Fender Jaguar, I believe, that you bought from Viner's Music. I remember stuff. That was a nice guitar. It was a beautiful guitar. All right. Dung Beetle? No. All right, let's do another one. Why not? What actor played the role of Hans Gruber in the original Die Hard movie? One of the best Christmas movies ever. Who played the role of Hans Gruber in the original Die Hard movie? I know all you guys know this. Oh, Darth. I'm going to get a shirt that says, oh, Darth. I've done that for other people. Jen says Alan Rickman. And Griffin says Severus Snape. We want the actor, not another character that he did in another movie. You, Griffin, you. Griffin, it's good to see you on here, buddy. I haven't talked to you in so long. Dolores says Rickman. Sarah says it was the old guy in Dolores. Master and Bama says Rickman. Nancy says Alan Rickman. So does Jody. She says the same. Alan Rickman, R.I.P. says Darth, and you're right. He is gone. Pamela Ding Dong also agrees. Alan Rickman. Dwight is wrong again with Don Rickles. And Tom, you couldn't be more wrong than Jackie Gleason. John says Sam the Sham. No, that's the Pharaohs. That's Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Remember, I used to work at an oldies station. Krabby Patty says Alan Rickman. Jody also says Severus Snape. She has something in common with Griffin. And the Sheriff of Rottingham from Robin Hood Men of Thieves. Yeah, well, that's right. He was in that too. And Sarah, 10 points for Griffin. Sure, why not? Sam the Sham. Oh, Alan Rickman is correct. Alan Rickman. He was also in that. I know you know that. I know that too. You know how many goddamn times I had to play that stupid song? All right. Metatron from Dogma. Okay. Yeah, he was in that space movie too. Yeah. I, I, I can't remember. Galaxy Quest. He was in that too. We got another one here. Yeah. Which girl group consisting of three sisters released an album titled Priority in 1979? 1979, which girl group consisting of three sisters released an album titled Priority? Griffin, the Cheetah Girls are wrong. Sarah, it is not the Spice Girls. They weren't around in 1979. I was, but they weren't. Well, that's pretty cool. The Bella Twins, no. And ours is 17. Jen says the Pointer Sisters. Krabby Patty says the Lennon Sisters. L7. I see what you did there. Wilson Phillips is not correct. Dolores. Pamela Ding Dong says the Pointer Sisters. That's just odd. Just odd. Master of Bama says Dixie Chicks. He couldn't be more wrong if he tried. George Hale and the Slugs. Yeah, he is a slug. No, George Hale is the slug. And I don't care if anybody knows George. If you're watching this, I don't care. We have history. It's not, Dolores? Big Jake says Heart. You know, that's pretty good, but there was only two women in the band Heart. So it wasn't technically a girl group. And you're right. Jody's got that right. It's not the Go-Go's. Yeah. Yeah, we can't talk about that here, John. That's something I only tell people in person. My last day working for a radio station, I did something I wasn't supposed to do, but it was funny as hell. I didn't care anymore. Mr. Sledge, that's a pretty good. That's actually not bad. The Bengals, says Krabby Patty. It is funny as hell. Well, I guess I can tell you the statute of limitations run off. The last day, the station had been sold. I'm not going to mention the call letters. The station had been sold, and it was my last day, and I was losing my job, and I didn't care, so I gave away the program director's car live on air. The woman who won it did not take it. She thought it was a joke, which I guess it was, but yeah, made me feel like a legend for one day anyway. So yeah, I did give away my boss's car, and it was great. I've forgotten all about that. God damn, I was an asshole. Well, still am. The correct answer to the question, which girl group consisting of three sisters released an album titled Priority in 1979, is the Pointer Sisters. Of course, the Pointer Sisters. They were everywhere in the late 70s, early 80s. They were in just about it. They did soundtracks for just about every movie. This one's an easy one. This one's very easy. What famous giant animal character calls Skull Island his home? I think the answer is Dwight, but I could be wrong. What famous giant animal character called Skull Island home? Nancy comes on strong with King Kong. I told you it was an easy one. Jen says King Kong, and was that supposed to be Shanana? Clifford, clearly. Yeah. Clifford's from Skull Island, the children's story dog. Yeah, I don't think so. Kong, King of Gorillas, says Griffin. Jody Bosworth says King Kong. Dolores says King Kong. Pamela Ding Dong says King Kong. Master and Bama, of course, says Godzilla. My brother says Kong. Krabby Patty says Skeletor. Why the hell not? King Homer, says Big Jake. Yeah, new monsters movies. Godzilla versus King Kong versus Clifford. That would I'd watch that. I'd watch the hell out of that. That would be good. Sarah, you don't do drugs either, do you? You don't. And She comes up with the funniest things. What famous giant animal character called Skull Island home? It was not Mighty Joe Young, but that's a good guess. And it's not Mothma. Well, Mothma probably did too. I don't know. King Kong. It was King Kong. Actually, I think you're thinking of Mothra. Mothra. My brother and I used to like to go to Godzilla movies when we were kids. The first one I ever saw was Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. What a piece of crap that was. But, you know, I was a kid, so I liked it. Blue Oyster Cult. Yes, the song Godzilla. I've seen Blue Oyster Cult in concert 3 times in Bangor, Maine. They were great. They were awesome. I don't know where giant red dogs come from. I don't want to think about it. I really don't. All right, here's another question for you. In entertainment, who replaced Michael Keaton as Batman in the 1995 movie Batman Forever? Batman Forever. Who replaced Michael Keaton as Batman in that movie in 1995? Jody says Ireland. What? Griffin incorrectly says Ben Affleck. Dwight incorrectly says Robin. Sarah incorrectly says Adam West. Delorothy, I like to call her that. Dolores says Val Kilmer. An eye for horror with Big Jake, says Val Kilmer. That's too long. Just change it to Big Jake, would you? Jody says Val Kilmer. Krabby Patty says George Clooney. Nancy says Val Kilmer. Darth also says Val. Jen says Val. Pamela Ding Dong says Ben Affleck. Griffin is smoking something, says Danny DeVito. Darth, of course you are, Darth. We know better. And of course, Master and Bama, that's a great answer. Master and Bama says Art Carney, which I love that answer. You get an extra billion points for that. It's not possible to be any further from the correct answer than you are right now. You are right on the line. That is great. Val Kilme says Dwight, and my brother John says Val Kilmer. And the correct answer, of course, is Val Kilmer. It's Val Kilmer. And then it was George Clooney after that. And then, of course, they had the new movies. And then they got that Twilight guy doing it now. Ben Affleck did it for a while. But yeah, Val Kilmer was one who replaced Michael Keaton. Your roommate wants AI-generated versions of the wrong answers. Okay. Well, you should just come on to trivia with me anytime, Sarah, because with some of these guys on here, we get answers like this all the time. It's awesome. Oh, you guys just about had enough of this? Oh, man, we still got about another 10 minutes. You're back to 12, Patty? Krabby Patty. I love that name. I did that one last. I did get that. We got to do 1 hour of trivia last night. I was on there for an hour and a half, but we only got to do trivia for about an hour. It was just wow. It was just amazing. It was mayhem. Dolores, it was something else, wasn't it? Dwight failed another class. So proud. Me too. All right, let's do some 80s and 90s sports because you guys didn't want to do that before, but now we have it. Let's see if anybody knows any of these. It was chaos, utter chaos. There is still frosting and cherry tomatoes throughout my house. A food fight broke out. Unbridled. No, it was bridled debauchery. Except for the one time where somebody exposed themselves, and it wasn't me. It was not me. I don't even like this category. I don't want to do this. You guys want to do another one? Let's do another one. Oh, we've already done these. I've done all of these. So I guess I have to do this. We only got a few more minutes, so let's do this. Yes, the lap cake, or as I like to call it, the crotch cake. Dolores dropped a cake in my crotch, and then when Lauren came over, she walked into the studio with some of it in her hand. She was eating it, and I thought that was hysterical. That was funny. Batman trivia. We just did a Batman question. Isn't that enough? And I did wear pants. And I made Dolores laugh because I was wearing a tuxedo and I was wearing my Batman pajama pants. Batman trivia. All right, you want a Batman trivia question? Here you go, Darth. I'll give you a Batman trivia question right off the top of my head. What year was the Adam West? What was the first year of the Adam West Batman series? What year? The Adam West Batman series. What year did that start? Jan Huff says 1963. Jody agrees with that and says 1963. Dwight says 1963. Krabby Patty's got another idea. She says 1967. My bro John says 1966. Dolores says 1966. Master and Bama says 65. And Sarah Greeton says 63. Nancy coming in strong with 66. Tom says 1966. And this is one that I will always remember and never forget because this is, I mean, for all of you who don't know, I actually have that man here. It is 1966 was the first year. Yes. So we had Batman with Batman and Robin for 2 years, and then it was Batman, Robin, and Batgirl for the last year, and then it went away. You do too know that. That is correct. Darth, you are the best Googler. I've got a really hard one. I should look at the group. I should say I have a really difficult. You want a difficult Batman question about that television series, Darth? This is just to you, pal. Don't Google it. Julie Newmar was one of 3 Catwomen. Yes. Well, you probably know who the first president of the United States was, and that was, a couple hundred years ago, long before you were born. You know that. So that answers your question. You should know that. So, Darth, this one's to you. Don't Google. The Batmobile, made by Barris Customs, was made out of what kind of concept car? He made the Batmobile out of a concept car. What was it? Let's see if you know that one. I love that TV series. I know a lot about that. Not everything, but I know a lot about it. You can ask my brother. I used to, when I was a little kid, I was like 3 years old, and just Batman, Batman, Batman. That's all it was. Jody says Pinto. Dwight says VW. It was a concept car. And remember, it was in 1966, but the concept car was actually a 1955 something. What was it? Krabby Patty says Corvette. Good guess. Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt is incorrect, Tom, but thank you for playing. Chrysler Turbine. That would have been a good choice. My brother says 1939 Cadillac, which kind of looked like that, but it was not true. That's not it. And Darth, you Googled that. You Googled it. A 1955 Ford Lincoln Futura concept car. That is correct. It was a car that was used in a couple of different movies, and then George Barris got the car for $1 and kept it on his back lot. And then when he got the call to do the Batmobile, that's what he made it. It was a 1955 Ford Lincoln Futura concept car. Oh, have I? Well, there. You remembered, Darth. No, you Googled it. Come on, Darth. You Googled it, didn't you? You remembered that I said the question before, but you still had to Google it. Yeah, not Chuck Barris. No. George Barris. Barris Customs. Ford Lincoln Futura. Yes, Nancy, that's exactly what it was. And then, so not a Pinto. No. I think that's pretty much going to do it for us tonight. And a little side note, World of Wheels was an auto show that went all over the country. They had one that they were showing as the Batmobile, and it was made by somebody else, and it was made out of a 57 Ford Thunderbird until George Barris found out about it, and he sued for it and won it in court. He took possession of it, and so he he considered it to be one of his. He did a few little tweaks, but so he originally made 4 of them, but then the Outlaw is the number 5, and Barris took it away. Googling is all right. Just as long as you're a consenting adult, you can Google. I want to thank you guys for being here. I know we don't normally come here on the YouTubes, but TikTok, we don't know what's going on yet. Has anybody checked recently to see if we can actually go live there again? Because that would make life so much easier. So I'm going to check right now. Nope. Nancy, it's always a pleasure having you here. I think everybody can agree that Nancy got most of the questions right. So yeah, no, I know, Ronnie. I just checked. No live yet. It'll be nice, but this was nice. We got Nancy on the hat, and she's the clear winner here tonight. But if you guys had fun, that's all that matters. Thank you guys for the super chats, for the gifts. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you had a good time. John, thank you for the birthday money. That was very unexpected. But wow, I could have used that last night, John. I can't tell you why, but I could have. Right, Darth? I know, Nancy. You're just going around and around on my head. Well, I'll be graded accordingly. Dwight, always a pleasure. Jody, thank you for being here. Dolores, happy anniversary, Dolores. Your 14th anniversary for being cancer free, and yours and my 2-year anniversary of being friends. So that's really nice. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for Tom, Ronnie, Jody, Pamela Emma Ding Dong, Darth Shore, Master and Bama, my brother John, all these people that showed up tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Krabby Patty, I love the new name. And if I've forgotten anybody, well, it's because I'm old. And I can't believe I didn't just repeat everybody's name, like one name over and over again. I do that sometimes. See you, John. Thank you so much. Yes, happy anniversary for being my friend. You're my best friend, Dolores, and I think the world of you. You know that. You already know that. And Dolores, just so you know, you should probably send me a text tomorrow because, yeah, I haven't done the questions for tomorrow night's trivia locally, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow morning. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Engelbert has left the building. All right, Tom. Thanks, Master and Bama, and we'll see you guys at another time. Hopefully, we'll be back on TikTok. But if not, well, what the hell? We'll just come back here again. So it'll be fun. Thank you, guys. Now I got to figure out how to end this stream. Oh, you do it by hitting that, and then like this, and I go away.